All right, let's talk about something that's probably in your hand or your pocket right now, your phone. We're going to dive into this constant, kind of invisible tug of war happening every single day between your privacy and, well, the way your phone is literally designed to work.
So let me just ask you, straight up, how much do you value your own privacy? I mean, really think about it. Most of us, right, we'd say a ton. We feel like our personal info, our conversations, that stuff should be ours, period.
But what if I told you that your phone has a totally different answer? That every time you swipe, tap, and scroll, your actions are telling a completely opposite story about what you value.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. It's something researchers called the privacy paradox. And what it shows is just wild. Our concern for privacy is way up here, super high. But at the exact same time, our willingness to hand over data for a more personalized experience is also super high. We're basically saying one thing and doing the complete opposite.
So yeah, this whole contradiction, the privacy paradox, what does it actually look like in our day-to-day lives? What does it feel like?
I mean, come on. How many of us have felt this exact same thing? This quote from a Reddit user just nails that creepy feeling we've all had. You just mention something out loud and boom, suddenly ads for it are chasing you all over the internet. It really feels like your phone is listening in, doesn't it?
But here's the twist. The reality is actually way more complex and maybe even a little more invasive than your phone just listening. It's not about that one conversation. It's about this massive trail of data you leave behind online. It's all about your digital footprint.
So let's pull back the curtain on this whole idea of a digital footprint, or as some people call it, your digital shadow. What even is this invisible trail that follows you everywhere you go online?
Well, to put it simply, it's pretty much the sum of everything you do online. Every Google search, every photo you like, every website you visit, it all gets logged, it's all traceable, and it all builds this incredibly detailed profile of who you are.
And this footprint, it actually comes in two different flavors. First, you've got your active footprint. That's the stuff you share on purpose, posting on Instagram, writing a review. But then you have your passive footprint. That's the stuff you leak without even thinking about it, like when a website tracks your IP address or uses cookies to see what other sites you've been checking out.
Okay, so why does any of this actually matter? This digital shadow has real-world consequences that go way beyond just ads. Employers now do what they call cyber vetting to check you out before they hire you. And maybe the craziest part is how all this data can be pieced together to guess everything about you, from your personality to your politics.
Now, all of that sounds pretty intense, right? Which brings us to the biggest question of all. If the risks are that high, why are we all so willing to play along?
Why do we make this trade day in and day out? Well, research points to three big psychological reasons this happens.
The first reason is, well, it's simple. We like it. That super tailored experience where all the content and ads feel like they were made just for you, that's really, really powerful. For a lot of people, that feeling of relevance is so good it makes sharing our data feel like a totally fair trade.
Second, let's be real. Most of us have no idea what we're actually agreeing to. Companies bury all the details about how they use your data in these super long, super technical privacy policies that feel like they're designed so you won't read them. So we just click agree without really knowing what the deal is.
And the third reason? The threat just doesn't feel immediate. It's not like getting your wallet stolen, where you feel the loss right away. A data breach somewhere feels abstract, far away. The convenience you get right now always feels more real than some distant risk. So that's the problem. We're kind of stuck in this loop where the convenience is obvious, but the trade-offs are invisible. But here's the good news. You are not powerless in this. It is absolutely possible to start taking back control. So let's get practical. Here are 5 simple, actionable steps you can take to start shrinking that digital shadow. We're going to really zoom in on the big ones, like app permissions and location tracking. But all of these are important, like limiting ad tracking and, of course, just having a secure lock screen.
First up, go review your app permissions. Seriously, so many apps ask for access to your microphone or your contacts when they absolutely do not need it. Just go into your settings, you can see the path right here, and do a quick audit. If that silly game wants access to your microphone, just turn it off.
Next, let's talk location tracking. This one is huge because your location data paints an incredibly detailed picture of your entire life. If you have an iPhone, go into your settings and turn off significant locations. For Android folks, the big one is turning off your Google location history.
This stops that constant log of everywhere you go.
And maybe the most powerful thing you can do is just be more conscious about the tools you use. Instead of just using the default apps that are built to collect your data, you can choose alternatives that were built from the ground up with privacy in mind. For every major thing you do online, there are fantastic options out there that just don't track your every move.
At the end of the day, this isn't about deleting all your accounts and moving into a cabin in the woods. It's really just about being more intentional. It's about finding your own personal balance between getting that convenience and keeping your privacy.
I think this quote just says it all. The goal isn't to achieve some kind of perfect, unbreakable privacy. That's probably impossible anyway. The real goal is to make small, smart choices that lead to better privacy, that put you back in the driver's seat of your own digital life.
So, I'll leave you with this. You understand the paradox now, and you have the tools to actually do something about it. So the only question left is, what story is your digital footprint going to tell?